Hey, this is Michael from Viral Home-Based Pursuits. In this video, I'm going to go over 3 tips that you need to be successful in affiliate marketing 2020 moving forward. But before I do any of that, if this is the first time you're watching me, I do want to let you know that I come out with videos like these on how to do internet marketing, online marketing, to earn yourself a passive income and really have more time freedom. So don't forget to subscribe for more information and to watch more videos, which I'll leave in the description below. Stick with me here to the very end because you're going to want to know this last tip and a couple of extra bonuses I want to throw at your way. These are going to be 3 things. I could have put many more of them, but I just wanted to pick them out. And you don't really hear these being said by the top affiliates or the top internet gurus. And I'll jump into that in a little bit here, but I wanted to clarify those things for you, my audience, and most of you who do not, who haven't been subscribed to me or haven't seen my work. But I really want to cut through all the noise, all the bullshit, and really give it to you the way it needs to be said, because I don't see it enough. And I'm one of these affiliates who started later on in, before it got started, or in the years where it was easier to rank on Google, because, I started with a blog and that's where I kind of got my starts, and then later moved into video. And you hear the same thing. Maybe you've seen other videos or gone through other blog posts and you hear the same thing regurgitated in just a more unique manner. I'm not saying I'm a lot different, but what I'm going to hit you with here, they're going to be eye-opening, I think. You don't hear them enough, and it hurts me because I don't want you to be like coming into this thinking, I just need to get better at these skills. That's why I'm not succeeding. That's why I've been falling back. And I'm catching on to what a lot of other people are saying. I don't say names. I don't do that. You never attack behavior or a person's name. You go for the behavior. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into here, and I'll go ahead and break these down for a little bit so if you're a beginner or if you've been doing this for a while now. So I'm going to just quickly share with you a little share screen here, and then I'm going to come back to this once I'm done. So we're going to start off with number one. Number one being marketing. You need to know how to market. With marketing comes the skills. So I could have added another component, marketing plus skills. As an introvert myself, I know the difficulties it is to think about marketing, right? I come from a academic background, been to the university, I've been through college, community, was a former Division I athlete, soccer athlete, played professionally for some time. And this whole marketing thing wasn't my strong point. And to a degree, I'm way better at it, way better at it than the average person, but that's because I took the time to learn how to do it. And that's something I strongly want you to do. If you're just starting out or if you're having troubles, you need the right marketing skills. When I started my blog, for example, I learned how to put a blog together because I got training for it. When I first started, it wasn't actually. I had to learn how to get out of that and get training, get mentorship. And it wasn't until I got with a specific program that it really taught me how to put a money-making blog together. And from there, I just branched out to different industries, right? I focused on one traffic channel, and then I moved on to another. That's a topic for another conversation. So you have to get the right marketing in place. And an example of that, after I was blogging, I started learning other things like copywriting. Copywriting is something that's very important, and it's something you're going to want to learn. It's not something that I learned from the beginning. I thought that was something like these salespeople do, but it's really not. It's all about relative and perspective on it. And you can use copywriting for many things. I used it to improve my blogging skills. I've used it to improve my video, my communication, day-to-day life. It'll really change your life, okay? Um, and like I said, I'm an introvert, but I'm an ambivert, introvert slash extrovert with extroverted qualities. But I'd rather, I love spending more time on my own than having to go out and be always social with people. As much as I like doing it and I can do it very well, I'd rather draw back from that. But you got to learn the marketing, right? You shouldn't just, and I'm going to write it underneath here. If you go out and put a blog, or let's say you put a YouTube video, maybe you do a YouTube video, we'll put video here. What do? You just let it sit there? Don't let it sit there and marinate, right? It's not like it's kind of like, you're sitting you're standing in the kitchen, you have the pan in front of you, you put a steak on the pan, sizzling. What do? You just let it sit there? You do at a point, but what do you do in between? You're putting salt on top of it. Maybe you put some pepper on it. Right? You're moving it. You're making it go forward. You're making it taste better. You're giving it more juice. You're giving it more taste. And the quality of the taste is going to be much greater. And so it's kind of like when you look at it, when you put out a blog, you put out a podcast, a YouTube video, social media post, you got to market it. Don't let it just sit there. One of my biggest mistakes when I started was I was putting a blog together and I was producing content, which was great. I put my head down and I was producing content day after day. I don't think anybody would have outworked me those days because I was in pain. I was in huge pain from, I was in a car accident for a little bit. I was okay, thank God. And then getting away from a serious love relationship that I was in. And then I had a 9-to-5 job that was weighing down on me heavily. They weren't paying me enough. They were overworking me, undervalued, and other things. So I put my head down and I worked, produced a health and wellness lower back pain site, which has way over 100 articles now. But that took time, and I was putting my head down and working. But what I didn't do the first month or two with those first like 10 to 20 blog posts was market it well. Yes, I would share it on Twitter like I was trained to do, but I wasn't doing it like, oh, there's Facebook too. Okay, oh, I can use my Facebook business page, maybe run a little page-like campaign, an engagement campaign to these things, and then I can start putting more content on there and getting more awareness. People will start signing up, take them to a review page, and do it strategically, not just putting it on the web. You have to be different. There's hundreds and thousands of people doing the same thing. Your industry might be different than mine. But I've already tried it out in the health and wellness, and then I know how it is in the affiliate marketing space. Okay, I know how difficult it can be to break through. It freaking is a bitch. I'll say it right now, okay? And so you have to find the unique selling proposition, a unique angle. And the principles are always there, but the strategies and tactics are always changing. Keep that in mind. Strategies and tactics are always changing. So you can't just go and post. You can do these things where you just post, leave it there, but you got to post and market it. Share it with an email list if you have one. Grow an email list to share it with. Send them to your YouTube videos. Go to Facebook. Do all these different skill sets outside of actually producing the content. When you do content marketing with marketing, it'll change. But see, that's where I want to say where most people go wrong. Most people who have been doing this for a while, they don't cut through the meat and tell you it's more than just marketing. Well, you just got to get better at marketing. So I'm going to cut off from this really here, and I'm going to just get real with you. I'm going to level with you. Yeah, you hear a lot of the people, maybe you followed other people and they're like, yeah, let's just market it better. They have a point, but do you ever hear them telling you, yeah, you got to market it better, but the reality of it is it's going to take a lot of time and it's just going to be difficult. And let me tell you why it's not easy just to put a content up and market it, especially in the affiliate marketing and make money online niche, which a lot of those people don't tell you. A big part of that is because of the algorithms are changing. You don't get as much views on YouTube anymore. Unless maybe you're paying for your traffic to get on your list. From your list, you're sending people over to your YouTube videos, your blogs, whatever that may be. They're buying solo ad traffic. They're buying paid advertisements. They're probably advertising on YouTube to get more views. And I see a lot of stupidness from uneducated people who come out with unrelated videos, and it's like, what the hell is that? Like, save that for, please. People are trying to come out with content that are actually trying to push themselves, and you're coming out with scammy, changing links in the description after something it's not leading them to the right thing, the right opportunity. I've seen it so many times, and the feedback you get from content is like, today I ran across a couple multiple channels of high internet marketing gurus who have been talking about the same thing. I'm like, what the? I saw an interval between like 2 to 3 months of one. I'm like, okay, I know this person. It's the same thing. It's just somebody just changed the name of a website, and they just said, oh, well, let's just change it to this. I said, how unique, how different. Now we see why you can't be the person who gets shown. I like to show as much as authenticity, data, statistics. I'm not here blaming you with money. That's something we can talk about on our own time, how much I'm making and what I'm doing. But do I have to catch your attention to tell you $1 million? Here's $1 million. I'm going to show you how to. And then the video comes up with the Lamborghini on the background, and then it's kind of cheesy. So don't feel like, even if you're building up your skills and you're marketing it, that it's not working. If you've been doing that, it's not always going to be you. It might be parts of it where you have to get better at it, but it's not something you shouldn't be hating yourself on, especially in the affiliate world, because that's a freaking competitive industry. And it's just so sad when you put out content and you don't get shown for it. I'm not saying I deserve better than other people, but it's harder when you don't. And when you try to just do free traffic strategies, it's not as easy anymore. You kind of have to pay for it. And I've seen people come up in this industry who just started in a day, and I'm like, damn, they already have 100,000 views on YouTube, more or less, you know. And I have a great idea, and I know it's because they pay for solo ads running, boom, boom. They get people on their list that fast. They're not a credible person in the industry, but they're like one step ahead of other people. And I'm like, this is just general information, stuff that I already knew about, but yet they have more views than I do, but my content is more unique. That's just the way it works. And it's kind of sad, but as the content creator yourself, you'll realize that if you haven't already. So learn the marketing skills. That's something that I want to tell you, but take it a step further. Most people won't tell you that it's not always, you shouldn't feel bad about because you're not marketing well enough. There's just these gurus and these people who are paying like tens of thousands of dollars for things, and you know they're getting in front of you, but they're also doing scammy tactics and fast forward things without rather understanding data from organic traffic or these other methods. And so you can follow them all day long, but that's just what I want to tell you. So number 2, relationship building plus brand. I think I'm in the, let me see this here. So let me go into number 2, if I can do that here. And by the way, I'm not putting this video out to give me any kind of attention. Quite in fact, I'm not going to tell you there's a link in the description below. Number 2, relationship building plus brand. Focus on number 1, relationship building. 2020 moving forward, build relationships with people. I've put out videos like this. I've talked about things in my course I have for free, in my Facebook group where I help out a lot of people, that relationship building is everything now. You see how competitive it is. Whatever niche that may be, you can still break through some. In my lower back pain niche, I've broken through it. Some of my videos get thousands of views, and I'm not lying. We can talk about that later. But yet again, it's very difficult because you find a keyword that's very optimized, yet when you put it up, it's like, if you're just doing it for free, just putting it for free, you're most guaranteed not these days going to get enough views. Why? Because it's not enough just to put the video up. And a lot of people who started this years ago are very fortunate, and a lot of them don't see that. They should be feeling very fortunate because they could put videos up and just get people to, just come and see them, where they would, they wouldn't have to spend for traffic. But now that they're realizing that, well, wait a minute, I got to spend money now just to keep myself on the safe side, that I should be buying traffic so then I can send them over to videos and do other marketing techniques. So relationship building is very important. If you're ever going to want to get a sale, if you want somebody to convert into an email list subscriber, if you want them to, if you ever want to run a paid advertisement, stuff like that, you should be running things to a freebie, something to give away for free that can solve their problems, get their pain points away, get to solve their problems or questions that they have, roadblocks, so you can get them the results that they need. So relationship building is very key. Build that up, and it takes time. It's not something you're gonna like, here, for 20% off, you can get this, or free plus shipping, here, go buy it. No, you gotta build that and nurture it. Okay, you gotta build a relationship with people. Sometimes you gotta reach out to them yourself and be like, hey, John, what did you think about my free guide? And you can always automate it with email. And you can always send people these kind of things through like Instagram or Facebook. That's what I would do if I was just starting out. Brand, building the brand is very key nowadays. Anybody can put a funnel together. Anybody can put a website together, but a lot of it is how you're branding yourself, how you're doing it. Once you've figured out who you're going after in the marketplace, it becomes about how you're going to package things. It's how you package everything that determines your success. How you package your free guide, what you put in the guide, what are the words that you say on the page so people can convert, the way you lead up to a sign up, the way that you lead to a ClickBank sale, the way that you lead up to and trust me, I've done these things already. So I'm speaking from experience. I'm not speaking out of somebody else's ass. And so really, you need to start building this brand, and you need to understand that if you're going to grow, it's like when you work for a company, how do you think they grew their brand? It wasn't so much direct response marketing. They were just kind of like just throwing something together. But direct response marketing here, you got to see the data. You got to understand what the psychographics of the people, demographics of people, but building the brand with them and brand recognition and who you are, what you're fighting for, what you're fighting against, your culture, your new opportunity, your movement that you have moving forward. These are all the things that are going to push you as a business, as a brand, as an entrepreneur, and so forth. And I have other videos on this, but I don't want to spend too much time on that. Okay, number 3, thinking outside the box. I think this is the biggest one. Let me go ahead and close out of this. Thinking outside the box. Like, was I thinking outside the box when I said I would have made this video in my room? Kind of did. I mean, it was more convenient. I usually don't shoot my videos from here, but thinking outside of the box. Everything you do from here on forward, it's all about mindset. But what you got to think about too is what you're going to be doing that the other person isn't. So if you're competing with another affiliate, what can you do to separate yourself from them, right? What do you have to do to release that video, and how do you market it better? You got to think outside the box. Like, okay, what do I say in that video that this other person didn't say? Or how do I put this blog post together, this podcast? How do I market it better on social media? What do I got to do to get that attention to me instead of to them? So you got to think a lot outside the box, and you'll start seeing more successes that way. So thinking outside the box, not doing what the traditional way of affiliate marketing tells you, which is just put up a video, let it sit there. Put up a blog post, let it sit there. Post on Quora forums, post something on Facebook, let it sit there. You gotta do it with a purpose in mind. And I always say reverse engineer the process of it so you know how to move on from there. And it can get tiring, especially in the make money online niche. It gets very competitive. And I understand how hard it can be. And it's, something that I've tested for a while was to say, I'm not going to pay for traffic. I'm not going to do that, because I was experimenting with just seeing how free traffic would work. And, a big thing moving forward is you should put a little bit of money aside to put into paid advertisements. You have solo ads. There's things that come with that though. Google, Bing, Instagram, Facebook, and other ones as well, Pinterest. Um, but you should set a little bit of money aside to pick up momentum moving forward, right? Um, and I think a lot of the things that people think is that they just put a blog up, market it to their email list, or put it on social media. That's enough. And it just really isn't. I know the reality of that is kind of harsh, but if you're not going to hear from somebody else, I might as well, tell you, I got, I'm a big brother. Got a younger brother. Right now I'm 27 and he's 21. And so I'm always truthful with people. And I want to let you know that there's a lot of people that are scammy out there. It's ridiculous. Where these people come from, desperate people, no morals, how they were educated. And people, and one thing I want you to know too is don't fall for the sense of courses. A lot of people come out with scammy courses. They just regurgitated somebody else's thing exactly because they see that as a way of scaling and they think that producing a course is what's going to get them there faster. So they make that leap instead of going through all the little hurdles that somebody like myself would go through, somebody like yourself, hopefully you're truthful to yourself, can go through. So take the time to build, get your mind right, and build. Become your own leader. Stop following other people. You can follow me if you want. I have a lot of free resources here on my channel. I have my other back pain channel if you need help with that. Got my blogs ready and much more material and stuff with social media. But those are the 3 tips that I wanted to cover. Genuinely trying to be as humble about that as I can. That's how I was taught to be humble. My younger brother was always had to set the example for him, and so that's how I've always been growing up. And it's never going to change. It's something that I flourish with. It's something that to some people would think it's pressure. To me, it's something I've grown into, and it's something you grow a habit of. It's just like when you grow a habit of affiliate marketing. So number 1 being market better. And the truths that a lot of people don't tell you, all these internet marketers tell you, well, just market better, just get better at this. But they don't tell you, well, hey, Jim, maybe, you've done a lot of good marketing. You've taken all the tips. It's just maybe not you. You know what? It's probably just a market speaking to you and telling you it's just very freaking saturated. And it's hard. For an example, I put out a 30-day blog posting challenge, and I think it's the most unique challenge you're going to see anywhere. But because, because you didn't buy a list, because you didn't put the money into this, now who are you going to market it to, right? It's not just okay to do free traffic, and it sucks, but that's kind of the way it's going to. And number 2 being relationship building plus brand. Speak with people one-on-one. It's becoming more of a niche service type of deal where you shouldn't just build a relationship up, but expect yourself to create a result for somebody. It could be a video, but more so than a video, it's going to be, and I've done a lot of consulting, so it's like, and I've been finding good success with that. And I ask myself, why is that? It could be that the market is saturated, but also people have their guards up more and they want to see more of a result from you. How can you get me to do better in my social media channel? Maybe you can handle it for them. Maybe run paid advertisements, learn how to do that, learn digital marketing, learn how to do SEO properly. So once you learn these things, then you can apply them, and as a result, maybe you're looking to get somebody as a subscription company to get into that funnel software, that program, or to get the high ticket course, or whatever that may be, low ticket, high ticket. But it's more about, it's feeling more niche service, which is not my favorite. But I have a mix of the two, niche service and then beginners and other people who are entrepreneurs already. So do that, build your brand along the way. Doing a brand comes in after you're doing everything, putting up videos and so forth. And then number 3, I almost forgot here what number 3 was. Number 3 being, let's see what it was again. Could look at the screen here, but I don't want to. Let's see, quick second. Yes, thinking outside of the box. We got there for a second. So thinking outside of the box, start coming up with things that are going to be different than everybody else. Unique selling propositions, the way you market different, the way you stand out. And the way you stand out the most is by storytelling. You got to use storytelling in your marketing a lot more. Start using an epiphany bridge script, um, all of which is stuff I talk about in my blog and other videos as well. You can visit. Um, but start using storytelling. It's going to help you brand yourself better, and it's going to separate you from somebody else who's promoting the same products. Here's where I was, backstory to the conflict or the wall that or the desires that I had internally, externally, the wall that I hit while I was on this journey, and then the epiphany I had. And then that epiphany started me on a plan that I set out. And then once I set out on this plan, I had a conflict. From conflict, then I might have come back to a plan. From plan, I might have gone back and then back and forth. And then thereafter, you had an achievement and then you had your transformation. So you're going to want to have to spill that out a little bit more in your blog and your content and everywhere you go. So think outside the box, how to promote it, how to package an affiliate product together in different ways. When you put out a blog, what is another way I can package it? Can it be through a free lead magnet I give away, and in there I talk about the product and I lead them to? How do I use my email marketing better? And so forth. So those are the 3 tips to become successful in affiliate marketing 2020 moving past forward. And there are more too, but those are the 3 important ones. And a lot of the truths that you don't hear a lot from, and it surprises me that a lot of these people, don't tell you that. And it's part of the marketing, right? They don't want you to think otherwise in a shallow way. I mean, they tell you it to a degree, but they don't tell you it. And so that's what I wanted to leave you with. I wanted to be honest about it. You can make great money with it. You just have to be consistent at it and then produce content, because content's going to make you that money. The more value you bring into your marketplace, the more you're going to get in return. So value, content marketing is huge. Okay. So that's everything I wanted to share with you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you feel like I missed something, leave me a comment down below. I do want to hear from you. What is it that you're currently struggling with the most? Where do you need help with? I'll be here to guide you. I can help you. I want you to succeed this year, moving forward. Stop listening to the nonsense noise of internet scammers and people who are telling you that this is the easy way to make money online and so forth. Okay, so that's everything from me. I'm going to call it a night here. It's pretty late now. Okay, so I'm going to get off. Talk to you guys at a later time.